Hey, welcome back to the channel. You ever get up in the morning and just decide, I want to shoot a video today, that you really don't have any topic or subject or anything like that? Well, that's what I got going on today. I want to shoot a video, but frankly, have no direction for this video at all. So I think what I want to do today is I have a series of chores to do around the house. And I'm just going to mark them off as I go. I'm just going to keep working at them all day, film as I go, and then we're going to see how many I can get done by the end of the day. First order of business today is to get all this wood taken to the recycling place that our city has, basically the dump. Last weekend, I rebuilt most of this deck back here. I'm pretty much done with the rebuild, replacing boards and stuff like that. So I need to get rid of all this excess wood. It's in really bad shape, or I'd use it for something else, but there's pretty much no reusing it. But that's the first project on the list. Get rid of this excess wood. Recycling center. We'll talk about action cameras a little bit. Like, I relied on action cameras for a lot of my filming, you know, like when I'm just out doing stuff and just want to take a little action camera with me, or just want to take a little something for video or something like that. I rely on action cameras a lot, but I'm kind of beginning to think that maybe for most applications, unless you're actually doing some like heavy duty action, like where your camera could possibly get destroyed, have we reached the point where a cell phone is just as good? Like the other day, I was thinking to myself, you know, I really haven't tested out this iPhone 15 camera hardly at all. I've hardly taken any videos with it. The only photos I ever take with it are just like stupid photos of like serial numbers for, you know, equipment and, you know, practical pictures like that, you know, like I hardly ever take any photos with it. But the other day I was coming out of the gym, and I was just going to try this out. I was going to shoot and see what I think of the video on it. So I whipped it out, put it in action mode, and here's the results I got. And to be honest with you, I can't believe, one, how stable it is. It is incredibly stable, and just how good the picture looks. And then I zoomed in with the zoom lens on my iPhone 15 and tried to take a locked off shot of this building. Again, I had the action mode on, and it's just as smooth and as stable as I could possibly want. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, cell phones really started taking the place of action cameras, at least for my needs. And also, has cell phones taken the role of the point and shoot camera? And I believe they are there. I believe they are. But I just hate using them for photos and videos. I just hate using my phone. I don't know why, I just don't like it. But it's something I want to start trying out more and more, because there's no reason to take an extra this or an extra that if you don't have to. So, just something to think about. All right, you successfully marked one thing off the list, got everything taken to the recycling center that needed to go. On to the next thing. And since we have a little bit of time to kill, I'm gonna walk around the campus a little bit and take a few photos with the film camera. It's kind of been a fun thing that I've been doing here recently. It's kind of like micro photo shoots. I roll up to a spot that I think it looks interesting, take 5 or 6 shots, then I'm out. So I'm always practicing my photos, but it's not like a huge long process or anything. Try to get a little bit done, then get out of there, go on to something else. But we're gonna walk around here and see what we can get. Time definitely got away from me just a little bit. I was hoping the light would be a little bit better than it is right now, but it's not. We're still gonna take a few, see what happens. I took a photo of these weeds coming out here, these steps. Sometimes you guys look for little things, you know? You look for these ginormous, grandiose things to take pictures of, and you miss out on the little things. So you have to, if you're doing like a micro photo shoot, make sure you pay attention to the details. Then I was coming up these stairs. Really cool shot of the library there. I don't know if you can see this or not, but really cool shot of the library, coming up these stairs, leading lines right up to it. So I took that shot. Then I come up here and take a shot of the full garden. They sure did have it looking good. One scooter survived. I could spend hours shooting photographs of bicycles, I think. I'm gonna let that one slide there. Just gonna walk around and see what else I can see. I always lose myself while taking photos, it seems like I'm just gonna take 10 minutes, walk around. I wind up spending 2 hours just walking around, seeing what I can find. Cool shot of the library. Can't beat that. We're gonna go over here and see if we can get something on this fountain. I really don't think that you can come to Oklahoma State University, take photos, and not take a photo of the fountain. That's just part of it. Now on this film camera, I had the 50mm. That's what came with it. I kind of wish it was a 35. 50's a little bit too tight sometimes, but maybe I can find one used or something, but I don't know. The 50's okay. It's just a little bit tight for what I want, you know, sometimes, but if I had a 35, I'd be wanting a 50, and that's the way that goes. I only want one lens for it, so this just might have to do. And then also I've been using a mist filter for about the last half of the exposures on this particular row. It might just be absolutely terrible. And it might add a little bit of, I don't know, texture or bloom to the highlights. I don't know. I'm kind of over mist filters, but maybe with the film camera, it might add something just a little bit magical to the outcome. But I think I'm gonna walk over here and take a few more pictures around Theta Pond. Like I say, once I get going, I kind of lose myself a little bit, and I don't want to stop. And I have about 10 more photos or so left before I can finish off this roll. And I'd like to get that done. The eyes are kind of weird on this one. We'll do the best we can. We'll get one up close. Well, we'll see how that turns out. Okay, so we got practicing taking photos off the list today. That's 2 things off the list so far, and it's just 10:30. So we're doing good. Now on to the next. Okay, next order of business. Water the flowers. Small chore, but it counts. Water the flower. Got that done. Now, next thing is I want to park my mower in this garage. My wife wants to park it in quote unquote my garage where I do all my stuff. So neither one of us are going to win that battle. So I think I want to try to move it out to this little auxiliary shed that we have. But in order for me to put it out there, I'm going to have to bug bomb this thing, because there's a lot of little critters in there. So I got some bug bombs. I'm going to bug bomb the dookie out of this place. Now I'll see you in about an hour. And now, so we got that project done. We're bug bombing the auxiliary shed. And the next order of business, my daughter is just fixing to move into her own apartment. So this whole place is filled full of her stuff for a new place. But I told her, once she gets this stuff moved out of here, I'm cleaning this garage out and I'm throwing a bunch of stuff away. But she sold this treadmill right here, and somebody's coming by to pick it up today. So I'm fixing to move it out of this garage if I can, which looks like it's going to be an exciting task, but that's what we're doing. We got that taken care of out of the garage. Now, whoever buys it, it's their problem now. Thank God I don't want to have to move that thing again. Once I get all her stuff out of this garage, this is going to be going through a major cleaning operation. And praise the God, my wife decided to get a moving company this time. So moving her is going to be a breeze. I won't have to kill myself doing it in 115 degree heat. So thank goodness. Okay, so that's done. On to the next thing. Next item on the list is putting the track back on this pool cleaner. Get through the track somehow, but it shouldn't be that hard of a repair. Hopefully. Alright, that was easy enough. Got the track back on there. We'll clean this out. They need to be cleaned out. We'll throw this in the pool so it can start cleaning the pool, and maybe we'll go for a swim later on this afternoon. And we just mark another one off the list. We're doing good. It's still early in the day and we got a lot done so far. Now we have to weed eat and mow, which is a Saturday tradition around here. Can't say I'm pissed off about it because I like to do that. Except for weed eating. I like to mow. Weed eating, not so much. Got my mow hat on. Now I'm recharged. It's mow time, baby. Let's do this. Mowed, weed eat, completed. So we got those two things marked off. Next, we're going to spray some Roundup around the yard. I got this DeWalt battery operated sprayer right there. I'm gonna mix about 3 gallons of Roundup and spray around the house. About the first of the year, I weed eat everything, keep everything looking nice. About this time of the summer, every summer I just spray Roundup everywhere so I don't have to weed eat much anymore. But if you have a property, you do a lot of spraying, and you're used to those pump handle sprayers, I highly suggest getting one of these battery operated ones, man. They are sweet. $3 gallons is heavy. God, oh, that's heavy. Backpack style, 3 gallons. Let's do it. All right, so we got 3 gallons of Roundup spray, so we can check that off the list. And now we're gonna go outside the auxiliary barn. There's a tree that's grown out there. I need to take care of it, basically cut it down and spray it with stuff that'll kill it. So that's what we're gonna do next. Okay, you can see here this tree that's grown in here, and it's keeping me from opening the door to the barn, keeping it open. So I'm gonna cut it off about 6 inches up this tree stump there, and then I'm gonna spray it with what's called Remedy, which is a spray for like woody shrubs and stuff. And that's what we got here. Now I got to be careful because in this wood pile here, there's all kinds of sharp stuff. So I'm gonna try not to step on anything I don't want to step on, but alright, that should do it right here. Now I can open my auxiliary shed up, park my mower in there. I want to spray for bugs one more time in there. Even though I set those bug bombs off, I still want to spray in there because in Oklahoma, this is prime area for brown recluse spiders, and I know that in that shed there's a bunch of brown recluse spiders, 100% certainty. So I want to make sure I spray in there here in a minute with some bug spray and give it a few days, then maybe park my mower in. I haven't decided yet if I want to do that or not, but Yeah, just another one off the list, I guess. I don't even know what all we've gotten done today, but it seems like I've gotten a lot done. I think I've marked a bunch of stuff off my list. But the only thing left that I have for today, I think, as far as I know, now my wife might have something, you know how that goes, but we're just going to say on my list for now, is cleaning this work table off. When I rebuilt the deck, I had to use the table saw a whole lot. The compound miter saw, I had to use it just a whole lot to get the wood cut exactly how I wanted it. And when I did that, sawdust just went everywhere and covered everything in dust. And then I wound up just kind of dumping everything on this table as I was going along. So I want to make sure that I get this table cleaned off today and vacuumed off nice and clean. Like I was saying, we have big problems with spiders out here, brown recluse spiders. If you leave a table looking like this, it won't be long. You lift something up, there'll be a spider underneath it for sure. So got to get it cleaned off. One more chore for today, I think. A couple weeks ago, my daughter's Ford car broke down, and we had a hard time getting it fixed. It was under warranty, or it's actually a recall, and we just had an extremely hard time getting it fixed. We had to call Ford. Anyway, we didn't care much for the customer service or the dealership here in our local town, just a whole lot. So they pissed us off enough where we decided we were going to buy my daughter a new car, a different car. So we went down there and test drove a Kia Sportage, and she wound up really liking the Kia Sportage. And we left, come back home, and we decided that was going to be the car for her. So we went down there the other day to actually purchase the car for her. And the one that we wound up choosing had a luggage rack on top. So the one we test drove didn't have a luggage rack on top. Anyway, we got to driving it home. We didn't test drive the one with the luggage rack because we already knew test drove a Kia Sportage and it's all pretty much the same. So decided we were just going to take that one, had a luggage rack on it. Got about halfway home, and that luggage rack is making this loud whistling noise. I mean, terrible loud. So I was like, oh my gosh, we had to deal with that. So there's either one or two options, or I guess there's three options actually. You can buy like a little fin to put on there to redirect the wind up and over the luggage rack. But if you buy that, it actually sits on the sunroof, and you wouldn't be able to use the sunroof. So that's out. You can't do anything like that. The next option is to take the luggage rack completely off of our vehicle, and that's going to be kind of the last resort option. So I saw on the internet, another good thing about YouTube is all these different solutions to problems you never knew you had. And apparently you can wrap cordage around the luggage rack, and it'll cut down on the wind noise quite significantly. Now we tried that the other night with shoestring, and it worked pretty good. But of course the shoestring was all different colors, and that's not what we want. So I'm going out to Walmart right now to buy a paracord so I can wrap that luggage rack, and we can see, hopefully we'll reduce that wind noise to nothing or a lot less, because currently it's just way too distracting. So that's where we're headed. Decided to stop off for a car wash because my truck's pretty dirty. Definitely needs vacuumed out more than anything. But one more thing checked off the list: car wash and vacuum. I don't know how it's coming across on this camera, but I got some serious nice lines going in that yard right there. Beautiful. Okay, so I think we just take this paracord, wrap it around this luggage rack in a spiral fashion, tie it on one end, tie it on the other. Should work. All right, so that's what it looks like. I got it spaced out pretty evenly, and I think it looks pretty good. We'll have to go drive it and test it and see if it makes any difference at all, but looks okay. Mark another one off the list. I think that's about enough for today. It's 4:30, so we've been going at it for all morning long. I think it's time to go grab a glass of iced tea and watch a little bit of the Olympics or something. Take a load off for a while. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.